Vande, and I am the owner of Life Made Simple. And so I'm a productivity consultant and coach. So I work with business leaders and professionals to get more clear on their goals, their vision and goals, and then to help them be more productive in reaching those goals by setting up systems and habits around time management, information management, and the management of their environment. So some examples of what I do around that area is I work with clients both in person and virtually, which has been really nice during COVID to be able to continue with that. But doing email management, whether that be Outlook or Gmail, looking at the way that they manage their time on a daily and a weekly basis and doing coaching around that. So I work with some people weekly, monthly around coaching of time management, and then also physical and digital information and space. So just looking at the way that you're organizing where you work and the information that you work with. And then I also work with teams and groups on strategic planning, and then putting the plan in place to make sure you're reaching those goals and that you have the actions and the accountability and the leadership to do that. Working in the corporate world, that this can be a big problem where people just, and even with small business, go out and find the latest, greatest, shiny object. And it may not be the right tool to fit the need, or it may not be implemented the most efficient way. So helping people to go through that needs analysis, find the right tool or system, and then to make sure it's implemented effectively, people are trained effectively, it's used consistently, so that you're not wasting your time and money on something that isn't the right tool or isn't done the right way. So
yeah. So how long have you had your business?
I started my business in 2005. Like I said, I worked in the corporate world at the time. And so I started my business in parallel with working full time for the first year until I knew that it was going to work. And then went full time with my business in 2006, at the same time that I had my second child. So, which was part of the reason that I started my business, is after having my first child, I really started to see the challenge with juggling it all, and saw that challenge with other people too. And so I thought this was one way that I could figure out better balance in my life, but then help others to do the same. So
Yeah, and I think now with a lot of people working from home, your work life and your home life are now together. There's no definitive line. So the time management need is even more apparent to me.
absolutely. Yeah, I think you're not the only one. I've heard that from a lot of people for sure. I think it's been a big challenge, but I think we've learned so much from it as well. I don't think things are really going to look the same coming out of this. I think people have learned how to do things they probably never thought they could do. So it'll be interesting to see how the business world looks and how the home work balance looks after all of this.
Yeah. So when did you join NAWBO, or did someone refer you? Like what brought you to NAWBO?
So I've looked at NABO for many years. So, like I said, I've been in business since 2005. So I've looked at NABO on and off throughout the years. And what really got me to join, I was on the board for my national organization for my industry for 3 years. And I was so involved in that I felt like I really kind of lost touch locally because I was doing so much nationally. So coming off the board, I decided that year my focus was going to be to connect locally again. So I started looking at different organizations and where I could best spend my time and money with that. And NAWBO kept coming up as I was meeting people, and Kathy did my website. So, talking with her about it, she was president at the time. And so it just kept coming up, I felt like. And so I thought, okay, there's something there. I need to look closer at NAWBO. So I took the plunge then and decided to join. So it was last fall that I joined. So it's just been over a year now, and kind of through COVID, that I've been in NAWBO. So I feel like I'm still pretty new as a member of NAWBO.
Yeah. Do you, well, since you're newer, like, do you have any memories that stand out just in this last year that you'd want to share?
I do. I was thinking about that. So I was only a member about 6 months before COVID hit. So I was able to attend some events at the beginning. And, one of my memories from that is just the first event I went to which is actually really close to where I live, which was nice. But I just felt so welcomed. You know, your first time going, you don't know if you're going to know anyone there or who's going to be there at the same time as you, all of that. And I'm not an extrovert, so as an introvert, that always makes things a little harder. But I felt so welcomed when I went. You know, so many people approached me and asked me who I was and was I new, and there was so many other new people there, or people that were just trying out NAWBO, that you know, I wasn't the only one that was new. And so I had a really good time at that first event, and I felt like, okay, I think I did the right thing. I met so many people, and from that branched off to coffees and lunches, and so that was a great experience. If I could share one thing I did, because of everything going virtual and not having the in-person and trying to figure out a way to still make those connections, I signed up to do a national lunch and learn, which is very easy to do. They have a link. You just go out and fill out the form. And I was chosen to do that. I spoke in October. And through that, I met so many great people nationally that, you know, just setting up and doing the lunch and learn, and then people reaching out afterwards. So that's been a great experience for me. And now I'm doing a chapter presentation, and I have maybe another one in the works. So I'm starting to meet even more people that way. So I would say, don't be afraid to find those opportunities and to reach out, even during the time where we can't be in person, because I'm so glad I did that. It's been so valuable, and I met so many people. So that was a really good, fun experience as well.
Yeah, I think it's so important for everybody to remember that you are automatically in national NAWBO. So you have this whole network outside of just Iowa.
Yeah,
So that's
absolutely.
great.
Absolutely.
And so you found that process to sign up really easy.
Yeah, it was simple. I mean, you have to know what you're going to talk about. You have to have a good description and outline of what you're going to talk about. But yeah, it was very simple.
Oh, that's great. That's good
Yeah.
to know. Thank you for bringing that up, because again, you know, there are a lot of things, and we're really trying to remind people, you know, of all the stuff that's out there, you know, intermittently throughout the year. We want to make sure we point that out, that you can also contribute to the national newsletter. You know, there's a lot of avenues. So that's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
great. Well, hopefully we can be doing more in-person stuff soon, but I know, you know, I've been encouraging people to just go through the member list and just reach out to people too.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. And I've attended some of the I don't do the coffee chats in the mornings. My mornings are crazy, so that doesn't work for me. But I did one of I don't know what they're called, the social.
Oh, the cocktail and conversation?
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
And that was so much fun, and just it is harder, I think, to virtually to do it, but it's the best we have right now, and it was still a great way to meet some new people and to have some fun and just to relax a little bit. So I recommend that as well.
Well, I think we all need help with time management. So I'm very thankful that we have you as a resource for tips on that.
Yeah, that there's so much involved in time management. There's so many little nuances to it, and everybody's different in what they struggle with there. So it's fun for me to really learn where people struggle and to be able to try and fit the right solutions. So everybody's different, which is what I love about my job.
Yes. And the great thing when you own your own business is you get to really tailor what that looks like and be flexible. And yeah, I think that's one of the great things of being a business owner is you get to control all of that.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like I'm a problem solver. You know, I listen and then I feel, okay, how are we going to solve this problem? And it's really kind of what I've been my whole life. So now I'm able to really use it for a career, which is fun.
And when it comes to time, I mean, even little tweaks can make a huge difference.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I have actually on my website, there's a button that you can schedule a 30-minute call with me.
Okay.
And so that's complimentary as far as just learning from each other to see what your challenges are, if we're a good fit. Yeah, so that's a great way to do it. I also have a scorecard on my website that you can go fill out, see how productive you are, see how organized you are. And then that's a way to reach out to me as well, that we can set up that call and walk through those results too.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I'm excited to share this.
Great. Thank you. Have
All
a good
right.
day.
Have a good day.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.